So the winner is the dwarf. Winner is the dwarf, right. Oh yeah, so waking him up. Good call. Got a 4-star. What does this give us? 4-star. How many stats do we get for 4-star on this dude? Let me just see what his kit's all about. I think he's Mountain King's, well, similar to Mountain King, right? So ignore 5% defense for each buff on this champion on his A1. Pretty nuts. Steals 2 buffs from a target enemy. Cannot be resisted. And if it crits, goes again. So that's what he did against me, actually, in the arena just now. So 4 buff steal, which cannot be resisted. I like that a lot. What's going on here? Attacks all enemies. Damage of the steel increases by 30% if he's got high HP. Transformed, yeah. Crit damage is increased for every 1,000 HP that he's got. Increases his champion's max HP by 20% and speed whenever they kill someone. Okay. Resets each round. So this is... You can get up to 100%, but only if it's in the same encounter, like Hydra or Clan Boss or a long arena fight. Then the second form, I'm loving this form, by the way. What are you saying? I'm loving this. So on this form, it's basically similar, but he's increasing defense here on his A1. Still single hit stuff. Attacks an enemy, heals by 50% max HP, and then balances the health of your team. Ally Protect and Unkillable. I missed that the first time round. But only on this champion. This is it. He's very selfish, this dude. He's giving Ally Protect, though. Ally Protect. Shield for 2 turns as well. Shield proportional to his defense. Has anyone seen what sort of shield you get here? Yeah, so scales from HP, scales from defense, yeah. So he's changing what stats you want to prioritize. When attacked, it reflects 80% of the damage back. Debuffs placed on this champion reduce the producer's attack up to 50%. I don't really know. Where are you using this guy? So is this guy just like your stalwart arena defense champ? Is that what we're saying? Like basically here to reflect the damage back. 80% reflect is insane, but reflect still, I'm pretty sure this is right. Anyway, Saf, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure when you reflect, you still reflect into mitigation of damage. So if you were reflecting 100k and the dude's mitigating, I don't know, call it 80% damage, you're only reflecting 20k. I think that's right, isn't it? Which is why reflect doesn't tend to be a good ability in this game. Oh, you think it's true damage? Then why wouldn't champions like FROLNI and that be like OP in arena? They are, well, I mean, they're not, they are, but we don't see them that much, do we? So if someone hits you then for 100k, you mitigate a bunch of the damage, right? With your stats. That's why, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So if someone's hitting you for 100k, but you mitigate most of it, then reflect is not great. But if you build this guy high health, lower defense, then it can be great, I suppose. Like, I think we want to be building him for the HP side, right? Or at least as an HP tank. But in terms of blessings, what are we going for blessings? Order of the Fallen. 8k HP. Gets an extra 2k here. Flipping heck, that is a lot. And 30% crit damage as a 4-star. That is an obscene amount of extra stats. That is a lot of extra stats. I'm just going to go straight into booking this dude. Like, basically, all we're doing is we're adding damage. So, anything you're seeing here, if you're wondering what you're going to do if you didn't book him, it's just straight less damage. Okay, let's build out the HP. Oh, that ring's nice. Okay, so we want to go crit damage still here. Super slow, but we do have a decent damage build at least. I'm well over on crit, so I could change something up. Extra HP. I mean, this is actually quite massive on him. Heals by 10% of his HP. Bearing in mind he's got 100k health. There's not much else that I really care about here. So I'm over quite a lot on crit rate. What am I over by? 10%. Can I switch anything out? These boots are too juicy to move. So what we got? 110k health from a base of 22k. That's actually gross. This base is not that high, really. But that's a very high total number. Considering we've got no faction guardians kicking in, there's no empowerment. I was thinking this base number would end up being like 30,000, honestly. But we've still got 100% crit rate, and we've got a 319 crit damage. If we flip into defense mode, though, it's based on defense goes up. So we get a bit more, but still not a lot here. Like, this won't hit hard. HP in all battles. It's great. Ignore defense for each buff on this champion for his A1. So we wouldn't mind a buff heavy team. We can't obviously buff health. We don't gain anything more there. So we might as well just go for like triple buffs. And he's got this damage increase when he kills someone. It's a shame that that will never work on someone like Hydra, because the Hydra heads don't actually die. Like, where does this actually work? It's basically an arena thing, right? I suppose Agref maybe. Are you going to use him there? Not sure really. I guess whenever he kills an enemy, and he does do an AoE, yeah, I suppose you could use him in somewhere like Agref, actually. Maybe. Yeah, it would be more interesting, I think, for lots of champions if killing heads actually counts as killing stuff. But I don't think this passive will work in Hydra. Because you're not actually killing anything. You want the bandana on? Go on then. Okay. Let's see what we got. Buffs up. We get an extra buff from bone armor as well, actually. We've got a lot of buffs on here. So A1 ignores 5% of the enemy's defense for each buff. And we've got like, what we got here? 3, 6, 8 buffs. See what the animation's like. Here we are. Take a dive. What? 248k A1. 248k A1. I mean, it's bloody hard, right? It's bloody hard. Is it mythical? What are we saying? What are we saying? We are on stage 24 here, so it's not like we're on cheeky stage 20. A1 4 enemies and A3 the last enemy for 80% more health. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can do that. What's the A2 though? A2 stealing buffs and go again. Is it a double hit or just double? I think it's a double hit actually. Yeah, I think it is a double hit. So like 300k on the A2. We're warming up. 400k on the A1. We're getting there. Okay, then A3. Let's see what this one looks like. It's normally an AoE. Damage of this skill increases by 30% if we've got more health than the target. Or max health. We probably don't on stage 25, honestly. I'm not sure, though. That's more like an arena skill. We have increased our health by 20... have we increased by 20%? No, hold on. We killed 4. We increased by 80%. So he's actually more like 200 odd K health now. 320k when he's like pretty much full stack. 320. Again, it's strong. It's not like, considering what you'd need to do to get there, it's not obscene. What sort of team is he playing in the arena? And it's just going to be in like a old school stall team type of setup, right? Like a... Like the old Mountain King ones. Yeah, Tucci's net crit. Actually, we didn't check. We didn't check his other form. Oh, he looks badass in this change of form. Look at that. I really like that. I didn't check this value of his shield. Maybe we need to build him in defense build as well. We've got increased defense on, so he's going to have like 4.5k defense right now. This is his reflect build. I don't suppose I'm taking much damage right now. Just let this run through in this build. I'm also interested to know, like, when do they choose to metamorph on auto? Do they choose to do it ever? Probably a bad team actually to face for this sort of thing. There's not a ton of damage. Yeah, he's never changing form. AI's broken, they never do, right. So, I would physically, you'd have to be telling them to change form. Like, I wonder, it's not going to tell me, I wonder if I've just gained damage for killing the wolf. It's actually quite a hard hit on that AoE there. I don't know. I think Heated end up being actually pretty busted good. I feel like Heated end up being very flat reset type of meta champ. Paras better. Maybe. I mean, you're calling out probably the best champion in the game, so yeah, but yeah, maybe. I'm unused to what I'm up against, honestly. So what would you do here first? AoE? Or would you just buff steal this dude? Pop, we'll have yours. You took ours, now we're having it back. Like trade-off buffs. Let's get rid of this guy with the... Oh, it's actually really low damage there. Why was that so low damage? Oh, it's got block damage on. Who put block damage on? He put it on himself, didn't he? Oh! There's the AoE. That's what Mountain King's lacking, an AoE. This is like Mountain King with the AoE. Skill buff? Oh no, it's wrong skill. Wrong skill. Getting excited there for a minute. I mean, I don't know if I've ever beaten Scratch in an arena fight before. So that says to me, pretty broken. Not broken. Pretty good. Let this one roll on auto, see what happens. I know it's not Scratch's real defense, but still. Was this a Meritrica team? No, it wasn't. Look at the size of these shields. Bolster sets everywhere. Because this is the type of team I think it would be played in, like a stall arena defense. But then we're basically up against another one here. Like at the moment, it feels like I'm losing. Obviously, 4 affinity for Duchess. Oh no, good affinity to Duchess, isn't it? 4 affinity to Ultimate Death Knight. And Harima. I think he has used his A2, so we've stolen buffs. I think we stole buffs off of Producer Girl. I can't think of her name right now. But I don't know if he's A3'd. Has he? Oh, took some hits there. This is where you would want him. When you're low health like this, you want to be like, crap, I'm going to heal. Metamorph. Give me back my health. And balance the rest of the health of the team. Like, it's a lot to ask an AI to understand that stuff. It's an awful lot to say to an AI, that's what I want you to do next. This Harima is built to do work as well. Let's flip back. But we should be higher max HP than most of these, I would have thought. I don't think we've killed anyone yet, though, to get our bonus stacking. Yeah, I mean, that's the reality, I guess, of trying to fight a defensive team like this. That AoE did nothing. The AoE did literally nothing. Harima is reducing our damage. Duchess reducing our damage. Strengthen up. Defense up. Like, it was weak, but I'm not sure if anyone in my teams would have made that look better. Maybe Harima would. Yeah, I mean, look, we're fighting a 4 trophy winner with disgusting team. Let's fight. Let's give Odd one game in a fight. Look at the team power. Like, they stack the team power so high with this weird way it's calculating right now. But it doesn't feel like they've come in and instantly they're better than legendaries, is my view. They're just different. Like, the duality makes them incredibly versatile in some stuff. Just stole away Stone Skin, by the way. But definitely not broken. Definitely not. Maybe future ones down the line will be, but these ones we've got currently are not. That's a hard hit, though. This is more like a normal fight, yeah? This is where my account level starts to look good. Whereas the previous account, it was like, we're playing a different game, fella. They look good, Saf, but they don't look OP, right? Like, none of these feel OP to me. Triple Hedgie? What are you saying? One, two, three. Still going. Locked out, though. Not so bad being locked out, because A1's actually quite strong. But even there, like, no increased defense or anything. 50 odd K into a Duchess. Like, with his build right now, 80k that one. I think that was the A2, right? So why is he not A3 in? Should A3 now? There it is. Damn. He's good. This guy is strong. I'm not so sure about his second form, honestly. So I think not being able to be locked out is probably their unique, I guess, like, selling point, if that's the right word. But you know, that's what makes them incredibly strong. Certainly in today's meta, Yumiko is not going to be our problem. Yeah, it's going to be a nasty team because of UDK as well here. 4 affinity for UDK. Shame we don't have our AoE here. Yeah, I think if I was actually controlling this from the off, we'd be in a good spot. The worst is... You think the worst is a dwarf? I feel like this dwarf's actually pretty solid. Bloody UDK. I was hoping I'd be able to hit UDK and then kill Marishka at the second hit. But again, it's not quite enough damage. And then really we've got no chance with the A3. Pull those buffs up. Have we? A3. No. Yeah, I don't feel like, I don't know. Yeah, but even, how can I kill Rotus? Just the first hit's going to go into Ultimate Death Knight, then the second hit will go into Rotus and just hit him for like 50%. So if I push this over here, it's just proccing turns on him, surely. just going to be here for a week. I'm already bored. Yeah. I think this is a bigger problem, this type of champion build here, than what we're seeing in Mythical, guys, honestly. Like Marishka, Taras, super OP. Ultimate Death Knight's quite toxic unless you properly deal with him. I guess I could bring in a Wukong to deal with him, and then we could play the game. So I guess it's cool they're bringing in champions that can deal with this, but I feel like Marishka and Taras are just a bit silly right now. We're going to take Stone Skin away. I don't know if Stone Skin's stealable there, but that would be pretty nuts. I don't know. I like this dude. I like the dwarf. Look, I don't know, guys. What do you reckon? So the first one, I think most people rated a 4 out of 5. What are you saying for FROLNI? And also, like, where else do we think this dude to be played? Like, I've showed him a bit in Arena here. Are we thinking he's being played elsewhere? What else has he got going on? Heal, Ally Protect, Shield's unkillable in this form. Reflect damage. We didn't really play this form that much. Probably another like 4. Yeah, definitely there's going to be a whole lot of setup that's required for sure. Clan Boss. We don't get any of the stacking on the burst ability with Clan Boss, but you do get a nice Ally Protect and Unkillable and a 3-turn cooldown. That's actually pretty nuts. Yeah, you definitely could play him in this defensive form and have him just like as a big reflect damage tank. I don't know, maybe we'll do some more towards the weekend or on another stream, but interesting to at least play around with them. I'm quite pleased they're not super OP, honestly. That's my view. But appreciate you stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And yeah, I'll catch you soon.